Hello and welcome to another weekly crafting vlog. So today we go to Butlin, Skegness. So I'm really looking forward to that. But the first stop will be the wool factory in Skegness. So that's before we get to Butlin's, and I'll take you along with me because I know that they do stock drops. So that's one thing that I want to be able to feel in person. So yeah, I'll take you along with me. A big shop, isn't it, Ben? Look at that.
Do you see the colourful yarn?
Yeah, it's all colourful, isn't it? Do you like that t-shirt or jumper? Yeah? Should Mummy make it for you? Let's have a look, see what it is.
How much pounds is it?
Oh no, it's not for sale. It's what I can make with the yarn in here.
Can I make something with this yarn?
I could teach you how to knit or crochet.
The orange is down there, see?
Oh yeah, look at that. It's a good colour match, Ben.
So, Mum, now we just need some pins. the yarn that I want, and we're going to crochet it, and it will turn into a jumper.
I'll need a lot more than that for a jumper. Do you want a pink one?
Just pause. This is the yarn that we're going to crochet, and it's going to turn into a jumper.
Got colouring, Beck? I love that blanket. Do you, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Soft.
I think you can buy a pack. Okay, so we're at Butlin's and we found our room, but we're not allowed to check in until 4, so the park is right next to our room. So yeah, let's go on the park. I found Humpty Dumpty.
And Humpty Dumpty hates being sat.
He's been there for many years. Cue the photo of me as a little girl. Hi Humpty Dumpty. Okay, so we're in our room, so let me take you around. So as we come through the door, we've got a simple bathroom, and then to this side, this is my room. Nice double bed and tea and coffee making facilities, which I will need in the morning. And then in this room is the boys' room. So this is a twin room. So just enough for what we need. We've got a food plan at the restaurant. So yeah, that's all we need. Okay, so we're currently back at the room. We've had a little bit of a full-on day so far, and yeah, after tea I made the mistake of letting Ben on the play park, and well, he was sick. So we're having a little bit of quiet time at our I was going to say hotel room, but it's just like a room. We've gone for like the comfort rooms here at Butlin's. But yeah, I've brought along my litmus cal because it's nice and easy to do. So yeah, I'm going to do a little bit on that and have a little bit of chill time. So good morning, it's the next day, and oh my god, we had such a bad night. So after tea we went on the park, and then my little boy said he was feeling sick, and then he was sick, and well, from then, from like 6 o'clock last night up until a little while ago, he has kept on being sick. So it wasn't the case of being too full and running around on the park. I think he's got a bit of a tummy bug. So he's currently sleeping. I'm going to do a bit of knitting, watch a YouTube video. Yeah, it sucks. So anyway, let me show you the progress on the litmus cowl. So last night, I've done that much. So I put a progress keeper in because I think I was working on this and not really, you know, putting a progress keeper in to see where I was up to. But yeah, that's how much I did. So bearing in mind, I did have to keep stopping and starting on this to sort Ben out. But yeah, that's how much I did last night. So not too bad. A little bit of progress there. But yeah, I'll do a little bit more on this, and I'm just waiting for him to wake up so we can get some breakfast. I don't think he will really be eating much. At least I don't want to risk it anyway. Okay, so it's the evening. We did manage a few hours of swimming. Ben perked up a little bit to be able to go swimming. I was very cautious though, but yeah, he hasn't been sick since this morning, which is good, but he also hasn't really eaten much, and he's been very tired as well. So yeah, I thought I'd show you the progress on my Geddy tee because I have finished the other sleeve. So that's one sleeve done. And this is the other sleeve. So I did find that one sleeve was slightly looser than the other. I don't know why. I think my tension was a little bit different. But either way, they both look fine. So now all I've got to do is the neckline. So because he's currently sleeping, got my iPad next to me. Because Tana Slavelli has done like a little bit of a tutorial on sort of how to pick up for around the neckline. So I might put that on and get a bit more progress done on it. Because the other project I've brought with me is my litmus cowl, which, you know, is just basic knitting. This one I'm very nearly done on. So yeah, might as well pick it up because I think we're staying in for the rest of the night. Missing out on all the entertainment that Butlin's does provide, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, I'm now going to refer back to the pattern and have a go at picking up the stitches around the neckline. today and slept a lot better, although I did stay up a bit late doing the ribbon on my neck for the Geddy tea. But anyway, yeah, Ben slept so much better and he feels a lot better this morning, which is great. He did wake up, you know, have a little bit to eat, as in, you know, a few snacks here at the room, and yeah, he's just having a little sleep. So yeah, I need to wake them up soon so we can go get breakfast, but it is only like 8 o'clock in the morning, so no rush. They serve breakfast until 11, I think, so let me show you the progress on the ribbing. Just wondering how I'm going to show you because this is kind of bunched up on the needles. So if I show you here, because this is the middle of the Geddy tea, there you go, you can see how I've done my what is it, knit 2 together and then slip slip knit. So then your decreases like make this sort of shape, which looks really effective. How many have I done? I'm not sure, but I have been marking them off. I want to say I've done 5. Hang on. So I've done 6 decrease rounds, and I think the pattern calls for 8 altogether. Yeah, the pattern calls for 8 decrease rounds altogether. However, I watched the video Tanis Lavelli done on her YouTube channel, Tanis Fibre Arts, and I watched the tutorial on how to do the 2x2 rib around the neckline, and she did say you could modify it and do extra rows to like bring it in a little bit if it's too sort of low. So yeah, I'll basically just see how that goes. I mean, I won't be able to try it on because because the stitches are bunched on the needles. I can't put my head through there, so I'm gonna have to just, I don't know, just hold it up against me and sort of estimate. Although I do have pictures of me wearing this t-shirt that I could potentially sort of guesstimate where the ribbing is coming to, if that makes sense. You see, yeah, I could do that as like a little reference. But yeah, I've not got much more to do on this one, which is great. I didn't actually think I'd get any time to do anything on the Geddy tea this weekend because, you know, it's more of a bulky project at this stage where it's, you know, nearly all finished. But yeah, I'm glad I've done a little bit on this actually, and that it's nearly finished, because when I get home I do have all the yarn caked up for the No Frill Sweater by Petite Knit, and that's the yarn that I got from Creative Anarchy. So I got 6 skeins of DK, and yeah, I just love the colour of it. It's a nice moody autumn vibes sort of colour. But yeah, I'm just really in the mood for autumn knitting now. You know, like the warmer, cozier jumper sort of garments, I guess. Which reminds me, I do have on my list to do an autumn knitting sort of inspiration video slash plans, so that will be coming to you at some point. So yeah, we've got like a week or so left of the summer holidays, so hopefully when the kids go back to school, I'll have a bit of quiet time where I can record that video, because I've got my list written out. It's been written out for a while actually. It's just when you do have kids, yeah, you've just got to plan around them really. But yeah, let's get a little bit more done on this, and then I'll wake the kids up so we can go to breakfast. Okay, so I just finished that row because I left it halfway. But yeah, I have done 7 decrease rounds, and the pattern says I need to do 1 more. However, I'm going to see what it looks like, and I may add a few more, who knows. But yeah, I'll get on with that last round. So I'm now ready for breakfast, but the boys are not. I'm trying my best to get them up for breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh no! You can't get me. Hey!
That was nice. Do not climb, and I saw kids climbing up it before.
Yeah.
And I know that says do not climb.
It does. Well done. Good reading, Ben. Here he comes. Are you happy with your ice cream?
Yes.
Good. We're on the waltzes. Oh, you're all right. We're on the bumper car.
This is fun, but the other one wasn't fun. It was.
Yeah, that's the waltzes, wasn't it? don't think so, Caprica. Hey, what are you doing? On my t-shirt. Come on, off. Sorry, sweetheart. Come on. I know it's really comfy, but you're gonna get hair all over that now. Ugh. All whilst I'm distracted by editing this current weekly craft and vlog, and she sits on my t-shirt. I see you looking at that ball of wool. Is that inner kitten still there? No, thank you. Nope. Cats and yarn, hey? Okay, so let me just fill you in. So we ended up leaving Butlin's early on the Sunday, and when I say early, I mean sort of like about 7-8 o'clock in the evening, because we weren't supposed to check out until 10 AM on the Monday. So I decided to leave that evening just because my eldest fell sick as well. So because of that, I thought, well, hang on, am I going to catch it? So I made the decision to pack the car up and drive home, and good job I did, because with 35 minutes to go until we were home, I also fell sick whilst driving. Yeah, it was a horrendous drive. So yeah, I'm glad I made that decision to leave early, and I should have left earlier really, but I was packing the car. It was just me because Lee wasn't feeling too great, so I didn't have the help of packing the car up. But anyway, it's been a few days later and I'm feeling a lot better. I think it was literally just a 24-hour thing, not even that, but anyway, I'm feeling better today. I sat in bed all day yesterday and I managed to finish my Geddy tea. I'll show that sort of later on in the video. It's not blocked yet. I don't know if I will block it. Well, I should really. But anyway, yesterday we had some great news. We have a nephew. So my brother and sister-in-law had their little boy. We didn't know what they were having. And yeah, I was making this blanket for them. So I've picked that up again to get it finished, because it's something that I want to gift to them. Obviously I'm not going to see them for at least a week, just to make sure that I'm clear from any bugs, anything like that. So yeah, this is the progress of the little baby blanket. So I moved on to like the colour repeat again with the pink and purple. I've now moved on to the blue. So it's looking like a good length at the moment if I pull it back here. So yeah, I might do the blue and then another row of the white, and then just see how long it is really, and then I might cast it off and then be done with it. I might even go round and do like a white border, you know, just to finish it off a little bit, and that will also make it a little bit wider as well. So I might do that. I think I have got enough white yarn to do so. So yeah, that's what I'm currently working on, and then once I've done that, I've got another finished item, because yeah, the Geddy tea's finished, and I did say that my plan was, like, when I got home, to cast on the No Frills sweater by Petite Knit. So that is all ready. So project bag is allocated, the yarn is caked up and in there, needles are sorted. So I've got my 3mm 4mm needle in there, and then I've also put the cables in there as well. So I believe it's a 16-inch. Yeah, I think it's a 16-inch cable, like the smaller cable, you know, to do the neckline, and then I think it's a 80cm cable, you know, like to do the body. So I've got those two cables in there. I've got all the notions that I need, so it's ready to cast on. I just want to get this finished first before I move on to it, so that the amount of WIPs that I have are lower. So yeah, that'll be good. I do also have some bunting that I was crocheting, but I've put that down for a while as well, so I might potentially do some more on that. Yeah, and then move on to the No Frills sweater. So yeah, I'll do more on this, and whilst I do more on this, I'll just sort of chat to you really. So yeah, from what I did do at Butlin's, I did really enjoy. However, because Ben fell ill on the Friday, and then Lee fell ill on the Sunday evening, we were just really limited on what we could do, really. So yeah, I felt fine all weekend. It was literally until 30 minutes before we were home, on the drive home. So it was actually when I stopped at the Kings Lynn supercharger to charge the car that I felt a bit like my tummy felt a bit funny, and I thought, oh, it's probably because I've eaten too much. But yeah, it was literally, I mean, Kings Lynn is about an hour drive from me, so it was literally sort of 30 minutes later that I was actually sick. Did not expect that to happen, and I was really looking forward to the holiday as well, because I'd never taken the boys on holiday on my own. The first time I do, I literally have no help. It's me on my own dealing with it all. So yeah, lessons learned, I guess. But anyway, I've got another week off work, so that's good. I'm not going to craft group tonight. It's a Tuesday today, but yeah, I decided to sort of be like 48 hours clear before sort of mingling with people. But I will go to craft group tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and yeah, I'll be free from bugs and all that. I mean, I'm feeling absolutely fine at the moment. You can probably hear in the background that I've got the washing going. Yeah, I've had to go through several wash loads because I just wanted to wash everything. So yeah, before we went to Butlin's, I went to the wool factory. So I went there, and I did take my little boy along, so you would have seen little clips of him along the way. He did choose some yarn that he wanted a jumper in, but they didn't quite have enough, so I think his colour is red. He tends to gravitate to red, so I might have to like knit him a red jumper at some point, I think. And he did also point out a sample in the shop with like a big star that said POW, so that looked quite cool. I think it was a Serdar pattern, so I might have to look that one up and make it for him as a bit of a surprise, maybe, I don't know. It's a colour work sort of pattern, so I've never done colour work. But yeah, if you are in the area of Skegness or nearby, I would definitely recommend going along. They had a lot of cheap acrylic yarns, and they had more like nicer yarns like West Yorkshire spinners with the exquisite lace, and they're also stocking the West Yorkshire spinners solstice, which I believe they have brought out to replace the exquisite yarn, because I think that is being discontinued, which is a shame, because I've got some of the skeins of the 4-ply and that's really, really nice. I want to say it's like a blend of Falklands merino and mulberry silk. It's just so soft, it's lovely. And yeah, the solstice is nice, but it's not as nice. Yeah, I don't know why they're discontinuing it. I do apologise for the washing machine in the background. Another thing that they also stocked is drops. So I did have a look at their drops selection, and they had, oh, what was it? Drops Snow, Drops Andes, Drops Fable, Drops Charisma, the Kid Silk Mohair, what else? Daisy. They had loads of different sort of varieties of the Drops brand, but they didn't have much of it, like much of the different yarns. So one thing I didn't see was the Drops Baby Merino, which I used for my Tolster tee, because if they did have, I would certainly have got like another quantity's worth for a t-shirt, because I just loved knitting on that. It's really nice. Yeah, not many shops sell drops. It's just a shame, really, because it's a natural yarn. You know, they're all made from either wool, alpaca, and more importantly, it's quite affordable as well. But yeah, not many yarn shops stock drops for some reason. Don't understand why, because it was nice to be able to feel it in person. I did look at the composition of the drops yarn, and a lot of it did have alpaca in it, so it's probably those yarns I'd probably steer away from. But drops do have like drops baby merino. They have the extra fine merino, which I believe is DK, no, 4-ply. I'm not sure. And then they also do like drops big merino, I think, so they're all like 100% merino, and they're really affordable. So yeah, definitely like a yarn that I would choose to use as like a solid colour, to go with, you know, like a contrast in colour with the hand dyed yarn. And talking of affordable yarns, so this blanket is made with Yarn Smith's Merino DK. So this is kind of along the same sort of price point as drops. Yeah, but unfortunately I didn't see drops baby merino or the like larger drops, which I think is the DK weight. Yeah, anyway, it was really nice to be able to feel it in person. Some of them were more rustic, which isn't my sort of jam. And then some were surprisingly soft. That's the thing with online shopping, you can't feel the yarn in the screen. So it was nice to be able to feel it in person. So anyway, I probably chatted for quite a while, so I'm just going to do more on this and make a bit of progress. So yeah, I finished with the blue, and I think I'm happy with the length of this. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do like a little bit of a border on the edge, weave in my ends. But yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of edging with the white. Okay, so I have done a little bit of a border. You can see that. It's just literally US double crochets in, well, 3 US double crochets in each like hole along here. So yeah, I think that finishes it off quite nicely, but I've just got the other side to do. So if I show you this side, this hasn't got the border, and then this side does have the border. So I think it finishes it off quite nicely. So anyway, I'm going to do the other side and then it will be finished. So I have both of the borders done. So the border is finished, and so is the blanket. So I'm so happy with the size of this. So now I can gift it, but not for a while. We'll probably wait a week, just because I've been ill, and so has the rest of us. Apart from my husband, he's been fine. But yeah, oh, I love all these colours. I've just folded it in half. But yeah, these are all the colours that I've used. Oh no, these are all the colours I've used. And then if I turn it round, I've used the blue, purple and pink. Love that. Such a cute like baby rainbow sort of blanket. So yeah, I kind of made up this pattern, to be honest. It's just granny stitch, sort of ripple, granny ripple. And then along the border, as I said, I just did US double crochets, like a cluster in each of the holes along. So each hole that you see here, I just did the granny cluster. So yeah, I did that all the way along. I'm not going to block it. It's a baby blanket. They can start using it straight away. So yeah, I'm so happy that it's finished. And that's another item finished this week. Who am I? So now I think I will focus on the bunting that I was making, because yeah, I want to finish it. Okay, so we are losing light. I haven't been doing this all afternoon, but I just wanted to show you the progress. So I've done 5 of the pink and 5 of the sort of mint turquoise sort of colour. So yeah, I've got 10 all together, but yeah, I'll chain them all together. Just do like a row of like single crochets or something along the top, and then join them together. I'll probably alternate them so they're sort of, you know, one of each colour. Should I do pink or mint for the joining colours? I think I'll do pink because, well, it's attached. So yeah, I think I'll do that as well. And I'll probably show you the progress in the morning maybe. Okay, so it's the next day, and last night I did actually do a bit of crochet. So this might not look like much to you, but this is going to be a pumpkin. So this was kind of in preparation for a pumpkin tutorial that I want to bring out. So yeah, this is as far as I'm going to get with it. Because I want to be able to record the rest in a tutorial. So yeah, that will be a pumpkin, so stay tuned for that. So I have this yarn. You would have seen this, I think, in a few weekly crafting vlogs ago. I bought this from a haberdashery shop that's closing down, and yeah, this is half price. So I bought 3 of these to make pumpkins with. Obviously I've got this one, but I do also have other sizes of like pumpkins, and I will be doing a tutorial for all of them. So this colour is quite perfect for pumpkins, don't you think? But yeah, I thought I'd make a few just to get the pattern down to a T. I made these last year, I think. Yeah, I think it was about a year ago I made the pumpkins, and I made them in like a mini, a small and a medium, or could be like small, medium, large. I mean, this one technically is like the largest size of the patterns that I have, but when it's worked up, it's more like a medium-sized pumpkin. Yeah, I might label this as a medium-sized pumpkin because once it's worked up, it's not large at all. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to be making some more pumpkins for this. Okay, so it's the next day. I didn't really record much because I kind of edit as I go with this vlog, and yeah, I did not record much yesterday. I think the last clip was me sort of saying I was going to work on more pumpkins, but that kind of didn't happen because I did a bit of editing, I did a bit of washing, yeah. But anyway, I went to craft group last night, and I brought this along with me. So I haven't touched this in sort of 2-3 weeks, but this is the Right Round the Corner shawl by Lisa Haynes. That is this one. So that's what it will be. I put a progress keeper in before I left, just to see, you know, how much progress I've made. So I put it here, and yeah, I made a little bit of progress there. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I am going to continue working on this alongside other projects, but I haven't cast on my no frill sweater yet. So it's all ready. I just need to cast it on. And yeah, it's a nice DK weight jumper. So yeah, it's going to be nice, easy knitting, I reckon, because looking at the pattern, it's sort of very similar construction to the Tolster tee that I made, because it's a raglan, you know, basic raglan. It's just the only difference is it's long sleeved, really. Yeah, so I might get on with that later, but for now, I have been enjoying working on this again. It's basically using 2 skeins of 4-ply for the whole thing, so yeah, that's really good. I was also looking on Ravelry last night, until quite late. It was almost like doom scrolling on Ravelry, but I did save quite a few into my favourites for, you know, future projects. And one of them was actually, I watched a podcast which is by Emma of Yarn and Glitter. If you haven't watched her, she's a fairly new channel, but I really enjoy her podcasts. So if you haven't already, go check Emma out. That's Yarn and Glitter. She's also Yarn and Glitter on Instagram. And yeah, she just knits up some amazing pieces. And she's recently done a #1 blouse by My Favourite Things Knitwear. And oh my God, it looked lovely. The yarn she used was like a Serdar #1 yarn. So yeah, it just looked really lovely. And it really made me inspired to make one myself. So that is on my list eventually, because my list is ever growing and I've only got one pair of hands. So yeah, I love watching other podcasters because I get so much inspiration. And that is one of the reasons I started my channel as well, to give you guys inspiration, and to share my knitting journey and crochet, but you know, more so knitting nowadays. So anyway, I'll work more on this and see if I get a bit more progress done. Okay, so I've done a little bit of progress, and now I'm going to just take a break because I have promised Ben to go to the park. So I might make a little bit of a picnic. We'll go to the park and I will take this along with me. We're ready to go.
So, we're walking home.
Okay, so I'm home now, and that was really nice to do a bit of knitting in the park. Yeah, I've never done that before, but it was very nice. So yeah, I'm now going to make some more progress on my right round the corner shawl. Yeah, I have really been enjoying knitting on this again. It is very simple knitting and I've made a little bit of progress actually. So as I said, I put a stitch marker in just here and I've made quite a bit of progress. So obviously it's 4-ply, so it's going to take a little bit longer than like a DK for example, but yeah, it's one of them things where you just enjoy the process. I'm in no rush. Okay, so I'm now on my way to yarning a teacup. Okay, so I went to craft group last night and I thought I'd show you the progress of my right around the corner shawl. So I've made a bit of progress actually. There we go. It's got a bit of a curve. I don't know if that's right, but I mean, yeah, I'm fine with that. So I put a stitch marker in sort of at the beginning of the week, if you remember, and I've done this much. So I've doubled it. Yeah, I have doubled it. So yeah, I love to see progress being made. And yeah, I just need to basically continue what I'm doing until I've used half of each skein, and then I'll pick up stitches along the edge. Which one is it? I think it's along this edge. Yeah, so I pick up stitches along this edge with the slip stitches, and then use like just one colour. So yeah, I'm really happy with the progress of that. So I thought I'd give you an update on the progress of my shawl because yeah, I'm going to sign off the video here. So what a week it's been. Yeah, the beginning of the week, not how I expected, but I've got a lot of crafting done on my week off, which is really good. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far, and if you have, leave me a yarn ball emoji because we did visit the wool factory at the beginning of the vlog, and leave me a comment down below to let me know what you're working on. I've obviously finished 3 WIPs this week, which is great, and I hope to cast on a new one next week, so stay tuned for that. And if you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing. That will really help my channel. And yeah, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.